All right, hey everyone, welcome in. Today we're going to dive into a really cool opportunity for high school students here in Indiana who are interested in cybersecurity.
Yeah. We've got some great information about the Lionfish cybersecurity program. It's specifically for high schoolers who are taking those CompTIA classes. We'll look at what makes the program tick, and how students are benefiting from it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So we really want to unpack this Lionfish cybersecurity program and look at specifically, what makes it so effective and what students like you listening can really gain from this program. And the really cool part is this opportunity is free. So let's first start with kind of who is Lionfish cybersecurity? What makes their approach unique?
Well, their founder, Jeremy Miller, is kind of a fascinating guy. He's a former Green Beret.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's not your typical tech entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
And that background really informs how Lionfish approaches cybersecurity. Like, they really emphasize that strategic defense. They're very proactive in how they think about these threats.
A Green Beret running a cyber company. That's a really interesting angle to come at it from. So what's the driving force behind them? What are they really trying to accomplish?
They want to train a new generation of what they call cyber guardians, people who are ready to protect our digital world. And they're really big on partnership and really big on that comprehensive education piece.
I like that. Cyber guardians.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it really does speak to the importance of this field. So what are they doing to kind of live up to that mission?
Oh, they're doing all kinds of things. They've got specialized training programs, workforce development, educational partnerships with schools and universities. They're even doing workshops, seminars.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this stuff is aimed at making cybersecurity stronger.
So they're really hitting it from all sides.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they've gotten some recognition for their work.
Yeah, for sure. Like just recently in September 2024, Jeremy Miller was named Tech Exec of the Year by the Indianapolis Business Journal. Yeah, that really, really solidifies them as a leader in the cybersecurity world, especially here in Indiana.
Absolutely. Now, I think what a lot of you listeners want to know is about these cybersecurity CompTIA classes. These are for high school students specifically. What makes these classes unique?
Okay, so this is where it gets exciting for those wannabe cyber pros out there, right? Lionfish, they offer these paths to get a bunch of different CompTIA certifications, which are like the gold standard in the industry. You've got your A+E, which covers computer hardware and software basics, your Tech+E, which is all about IT support and troubleshooting, Network Plus is for, network infrastructure, and then Security+A, which focuses on all those core cybersecurity principles.
So these are the actual certifications that professionals in the field get.
Exactly. These aren't just some, participation trophies. These are serious credentials.
Yeah, and they're doing this to try to combat that skills gap that we keep hearing about, right? The shortage of cybersecurity professionals.
Oh, absolutely. And one thing that really sets their program apart is the mentorship. So you got these high school students, right? And they're learning from these professional Lionfish instructors, folks with tons of real-world experience. But they're also getting mentorship from college students, like cyber sentinels, they call them, from places like Purdue University.
That's pretty cool, getting that kind of two-pronged mentorship from both the professionals and then the students. I bet that creates a pretty cool learning environment.
For sure. And, to really understand how impactful this program is, we talked to a high school student named Ty. He's in his second year with Lionfish.
Perfect. Yeah, let's hear about his experience. What got him interested in cybersecurity in the first place?
Interestingly, Ty originally wanted to be an engineer, but he took an engineering class and it just wasn't really vibing with him, He tried computer engineering, but that engineering part, it just wasn't his jam. He wanted something more mentally stimulating, a field that was always evolving, and that's what led him to cybersecurity during his sophomore year.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. You got to try a few things out before you land on what you're passionate about. So what's something that Ty would recommend to other students who might be interested in this program? What's a key takeaway that he had?
He says pacing yourself is super important. Don't try to rush through the coursework. It can get overwhelming if you do. It's important to stay on top of everything and stay organized.
That's good advice for any subject, really. What about the community? Do students feel like they're a part of something? in these classes.
Oh, yeah. Ty actually mentioned how close his class has become. He said his Security Plus class is like a third of friends at this point.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so they definitely foster a supportive environment.
That's really cool to hear. And, I think for a lot of high school students, they're thinking about, okay, how does this help me get to college?
And that's a huge perk of the program. Many colleges, they'll actually give you college credit for these CompTIA certifications. Ty said it's like each certificate is a full college course, almost like getting AP credits.
So not only are you getting these skills, you're getting ahead in your college degree.
Right. You could potentially even graduate early or take fewer classes, which saves you money.
Now, did that play into Ty's college experience at all?
Big time. He already had this tech scholarship with his college, but he credits the knowledge and skills he learned in the Lionfish program for really helping him shine. And guess what? He ended up getting a full ride tuition scholarship focusing on technology.
A full ride, man.
Yeah, and the class itself didn't cost him anything. It was part of his high school program.
Talk about a return on investment. That's incredible.
Right. He also talked about how being a cyber guardian really boosted his learning and confidence. He loved having these knowledgeable professors there to answer his questions and explain things clearly. That's something you don't always get when you're trying to learn this stuff on your own.
That makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it's hard to teach yourself those kinds of technical topics.
Yeah.
So for students who are listening who might not, have a lot of tech background, is coding experience required to get into this program?
Not at all, especially for that A+ certification, which is the starting point. Ty said coding's not a prerequisite, so even students with zero coding experience can jump right in.
Awesome. Now, what advice does he have for students who maybe feel a little lost or a little intimidated when they start this program?
He really stresses utilizing those resources that Lionfish provides. So they've got this Discord server where students can connect and ask questions. There are regular class sessions and virtual meetings with the instructors. And of course, you can always reach out to your classmates for help.
That's great. It sounds like they're really creating that supportive environment on purpose.
Yeah.
Did Ty feel like the program helped him learn anything outside of the actual coursework itself?
Yeah, actually. He said it inspired him to start working on his own cybersecurity projects.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like outside of the class. He felt that really strengthened his problem-solving skills. And he also mentioned he's gotten a lot better at finding good information online, which, is huge in the tech world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially in a field that's changing so rapidly. Now, how did the assessments in the Lionfish program prepare him to take those actual CompTIA exams?
He said the assessments were super helpful for building his confidence. He knew what the passing score was for those official exams. And by doing well on the practice assessments, he felt sure he could ace the real thing.
So it's about understanding and confidence. Now, he also had some advice about how students should approach the learning, right? Not just trying to get through the material as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. He noticed a lot of students, they just want to click through the questions and get it over with. But he stressed how important it is to slow down, understand the concepts, really think about the questions, and most importantly, understand why the answer is correct. That deep understanding is what's going to help you in the real world.
That's a great point. It's not about finishing. It's about truly learning. So what's Ty planning to do with these certifications? What are his future plans?
He thinks having these certifications will give him a huge leg up when he gets to college, especially for internships. He said his college actually requires the Security Plus certification for some internships, so he's hoping to start interning as early as his sophomore year.
Wow, so he's already thinking that far ahead.
Yeah.
And getting real-world experience that early on can make a big difference. And you mentioned he's actually trying to get an internship with Lionfish.
He is. He made it to the final interview round.
That's amazing. That's a really great example of how this program can lead to real opportunities. So what's Ty's final message to other high school students who are thinking about the Lionfish program?
He gives it a huge thumbs up. He really feels like the program teaches valuable life skills, like how to manage your time effectively. Plus, it gives you a head start in a field where there's a ton of demand. He's super grateful for what Lionfish has done for him.
Ty's story is truly inspirational, and it really shows what's possible with this program. Now, you mentioned earlier that this opportunity is free for students. Can you tell us more about that funding program, the Career Scholarship Account?
Yeah, so the Career Scholarship Account, or CSA, is managed by the Indiana Treasurer of State. And the great news is Lionfish Cybersecurity is approved to use CSA funding.
Okay.
So eligible high school students here in Indiana can enroll in this program, get these certifications, and it won't cost them a dime.
That's huge for making this accessible to everybody. So what are the main advantages of this program for students interested in cybersecurity?
It's like this all-in-one solution. You get these professional certifications from Lionfish, you can potentially get real-world experience through internships, and you can even earn college credit. And the best part, it's all paid for by CSA scholarships.
That's an amazing opportunity. So how can students apply for this funding?
The application windows open from March 1st to October 1st each year, and they review applications as they come in. Students can apply through the Treasurer of State's website.
So there's a window, but it's rolling admission within that window. Okay, so what are the basic requirements for a high school student to be eligible for the CSA?
You got to be an Indiana resident in 10th, 11th, or 12th grade, and of course, you have to be enrolled in a program that's approved for CSA funding, which Lionfish is.
And when a student's filling out the application, what do they need to put down about Lionfish specifically?
They just need to list Lionfish as their student CSA provider name, and then they would specify which Lionfish program they want to do. The application's all online.
It sounds pretty straightforward. If someone has a question about the CSA program, who should they contact?
They can call the Indiana Treasurer of State's office directly at 317-232-0723, or they can shoot an email to csa@press.in.gov.
Awesome. So Indiana is clearly making a big effort to grow the cybersecurity talent pool here. How does this partnership with Lionfish and the CSA program fit into the bigger cybersecurity picture for the state?
Well, Indiana has really become a leader in governing cybersecurity, and the Indiana Executive Council on Cybersecurity, the IECC, they're doing a lot to strengthen our defenses. There's all this collaboration between state agencies, universities like Purdue and Ivy Tech, and private companies like Lionfish. And this whole initiative with Lionfish and the CSA, it's a big piece of that strategy. It's about investing in the future of cybersecurity, training the next generation.
That's really cool. It's awesome to see that level of coordination. So to kind of wrap things up, this program, it offers incredible benefits, right? Industry-recognized certifications, potential internships, college credit, and just all-around valuable skills.
And it's all free thanks to the CSA program. It's really a game changer for students who want to get into this field.
Absolutely. And it's really inspiring to hear Ty's story and see how he's already using the program to really jumpstart his career.
And it makes you think, right? What if you could get these cybersecurity skills now? Not just for college or a job, but to help protect our digital world. You could be a cyber guardian making a real difference.
That's a great point. So if you're interested, we encourage you to check out Lionfish Cybersecurity's website. That's www.lionfishcybersecurity.com, and the Indiana Treasurer of State's website for the CSA program. That's www.govito2csa. This is an amazing opportunity to get into a field that's only growing in importance. And thanks to Lionfish and the Career Scholarship Account, you can do it for free.
Absolutely. It's a win-win for everyone.